What's up guys, Simply Coco here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another speed build in The Sims 4. So today we are building in the world of, what is this place called? Del Sol Valley. This is the world that came with the Get Famous expansion pack. If you know anything about The Sims, you know that already, but I'm just trying to do an intro to this video. So there you have it. This is actually the lot. This was originally a community lot, so it's in that part of the neighborhood. I'm not sure what lot was, or what lot was here originally. I don't know if it was a gym or a lounge or what it was, but I decided to make it a residential lot. And as you can tell by the title of this video, this used to be an old fire station that a very rich family bought and renovated into a home. And I actually had a lot of fun doing this build. Really enjoyed it. I started it pretty late one night. I say late, it was like 9 or 10, and I did the entire exterior, and I did not want to get off the game, but I needed to eat something. I wanted to keep going, but then I finished it in one sitting the very next day. So yeah, I did have a lot of fun building this. I do have another storyline to go with this build, so I will probably get into that more so when I get into the interior. It took me about 2.5 hours to build this, which surprised me in the sense that whenever I went to speed up the footage, like if you're looking at the timestamp, it's only like a 17-18 minute video, and I was really expecting it to be 20-25 minutes because it's a fairly big build. It has 3 stories technically, and there's just a lot. It was a bigger lot, so there was a lot of things, like a lot of places to just fill up. So I'm kind of working on that now, figuring out what I'm going to do with just all of this open space. So I kind of use some concrete that matches the concrete in the world to kind of frame the lot, and then I use this like grayish granite looking concrete to kind of be what the house itself sits on. I don't know why, but I just liked it. It looked very like fancy. And then I made some space to put some greenery. And like I have said in plenty of speed builds, how I do my landscaping is I look around the lot and see what's around, and then I place those same plants and things on the lot just to make it blend into the world around it. So if you see me kind of go off into the distance a little bit or spin the camera around frantically, it is because I'm trying to look at the landscaping around the lot. So this little bit of landscaping, I'm copying the two little plant sections that's in front of the lot, and then this area over here, I'm copying like the plant arrangements on this side of the lot. So maybe the city, so like the people that live here don't actually like take care of these plants and stuff. The city is actually responsible for keeping up with this landscaping, so they'll come out and trim it and water it and all that, whatever's needed to be done, just since this lot is still smack dab in the middle of the city and they want it to look good. And the people that live here probably do not have the time to be working in their garden, which really is, I'm kind of contradicting myself there, because I will say that the mom of this house is a astronaut, but she's also a botanist. So if you've ever seen, there's a show on Netflix right now, I think it's called Away, and there's also that movie The Martian with Matt Damon, where he actually plays a botanist. So he's able to, using the science of growing things, he's able to grow things in his space station on Mars. And then in the show Away, there's a guy on there who's a botanist who is basically taking plants with them to see if they can grow plants wherever they're going. So I imagine that's what the mom does. She is an astronaut slash botanist who goes on, missions to different planets and celestial bodies to see if she can plant plants. So she's filthy rich. And then as you can see, I'm doing their garage right now, and I put all the most expensive looking, fancy looking cars in there. And then the dad, he's the CEO of like the head construction company in San Myshuno, so he's rich as well. He probably was able to renovate this lot for fairly cheap because he owns his own construction company, so he just got his team to renovate it. But even if he paid full price, it wouldn't have been nothing for him, because I would imagine this family has millions of dollars. Or if you don't want to say millions, because I mean, if you wanted to play out this storyline and they had $1 million, they wouldn't even need to go to work, and you would really have nothing to do in the game because everything would be so easy. So maybe you could start them with like 500,000 or 200,000 or something like that, which in The Sims is still a lot. But I do imagine them being rich. They do have a son. This is a 2-bedroom house, by the way. And I'll get to his storyline whenever I get to, whenever I get to the bedrooms, I'll say more about the son. There's nothing really special about him. That sounds mean, but he's just your normal teenage kid. He probably doesn't really spend a lot of time with his parents because they're always working. They probably neglect him a little bit, not really like on purpose, like they don't physically abuse him or anything, but they're just never around. So they never know what's going on in his life, how he's feeling about anything, and all of that. But as you can see, we are inside. We're in the interior now. So this is the build that I was talking about in my last speed build, where I was saying I was doing a build with an all black interior. So as you can see, that is exactly what I'm doing an all black interior. At first, the inspiration behind this came from I was on Pinterest, or maybe I was on Facebook, because I'm in a bunch of different Sims Facebook groups. And I think someone posted a picture of like a collage of different all black interior photos. And I was like, hell yes. So I immediately was like, okay, the next modern home that I build has to be an all black interior. And then I did, not that I did, but Devin Bumpkin did a renovation of a farmhouse. Not a farmhouse. He did a renovation of a fire station for his Design Me Devon series, and the lot he built that on, I was like, I love this lot. I've never built on it before, so I went and built on that lot, but I built a loft, but I really liked the fire station he built, so I was like, I also want to build a fire station. So here I am now building a renovated fire station. Speaking of Design Me Devon, I have my own version of that series. It's just like Little Simsies Fix Me Little Simsy series. Basically, you build a rundown old home or community lot or whatever. You upload it to the gallery using the hashtag Simply Salvaged, and then I possibly will renovate your build and post a speed build on it. On my channel. So no one has submitted anything to it yet, so please do so if you would like me to renovate your build. I would really enjoy doing that. I do have a part of Simply Salvage coming out this weekend or this week, but it's going to be one of Miss Griffey's builds if you know who she is and subscribe to her. But enough about that. I will leave that hashtag down in the description if you would like to submit to it. But I am in the living room now, still all black. I really actually like the layout of this home. I really like this living room. These couches are base game, and I have never used them a day in my life. I didn't think I liked them, but using them in this build, I actually quite enjoy them. And then behind this whole couch area, there is a bar, as you can see right now. I do put that bar cart next to it, and then I put those put those drinks up on the wall too. And I just absolutely love the living room. I was really struggling not to use objects that made it look rustic, but I was also struggling I was also struggling to not use objects that made it look luxurious. Like, they do have a lot of money, but I wasn't really picturing luxury when I wanted to build this. I just wanted it to be ultra modern. And when I think luxury and ultra modern are like two different styles, so I was really struggling to not use like a lot of things from like vintage glamour and stuff, because I didn't want it to look glamorous. I just wanted it to be very modern and very black. There are touches of white and gray every now and then, like how there's these white pillows on this nifty knitting couch, but obviously I don't have any I wasn't able to change that, so it's just the swatch system in The Sims. You can't really control what you're getting. And then the kind of wood paneling walls that I'm using, while they look black, it's actually a gray swatch. It's just a darker gray. So this build could have been a lot darker had I used the actual black swatch, but I didn't want it to be too black. But yeah, so this is kind of the whole entire landing area. Oh, excuse me, or hallway or whatever. So I just put a little seating area over there at the back. That the door that's in front of it leads to the master bedroom. And then I'm putting the desk here. What else? By the stair railing, I end up putting a plant and some chairs. There's really not much up here. I do end up putting a console table against this other wall just to kind of fill up the space. Looking back at it, I shouldn't have put a rug under the desk. I should have sized that rug up and put it in the middle of the hallway just to make it look like the hallway actually had stuff in it, just to kind of fill it up a bit more, because it's a lot of empty space. And then when I was finished with this voiceover, I kind of realized that I barely had any skill building objects on this lot, other than some planters in the back. I put a basketball hoop for the sun, but and then the computer, and then whatever skill books you can get from the bookshelf. There's really not any skill building items on this lot, and I'm really sorry about that. That's actually something I struggle with quite often with my builds, is not putting skill building items. Because I build for realism, and sometimes, not everybody has a chess table in their house. Not everybody has a guitar or a piano or an easel. So I just don't always think to put those things in my builds, thinking that your Sims will need to gain skill. So you can easily go and add those things if you would like. This is the son's room. I think I say this just about with every teen room that I do. This is one of my favorite rooms I've ever decorated, or favorite teen rooms I ever decorated. I think I balanced the all black and the pops of color really nicely, because that university bookshelf has colorful books, and then those like superhero paintings I put up are very colorful as well. Speaking of superhero paintings, that is the son's kind of storyline. He's really into superhero movies, really into comic books, really into anime and stuff of that nature. I imagine he wants to be, and this kind of ties into where they live, he wants to be a firefighter when he grows up, because he thinks that is the closest thing to being an actual superhero. And that's just always how he has felt growing up. So that's what he wants to be. I imagine his parents don't really want him to be that, because they think he's not going to make very much money. Maybe his dad wants him to take over the company, or his mom wants him to learn what she does, or something like that. But he kind of just marches to the beat of his own drum, because his parents are never around. He has to take care of himself. XYZ. Here's me using plenty of vintage glamour stuff objects when I said I didn't want to, but I do imagine that the parents are kind of bougie, so they would have these glamorous things if they felt it fit in the aesthetic of their modern home. So that was the master bedroom. There is an ensuite off of their bedroom, and there also is a hallway bathroom upstairs. And you saw me furnish the laundry the bathroom that has the laundry in it, and there's also a half bathroom right across from the kitchen or behind the dining room table, however you want to look at it. So there's 4 bathrooms on this lot, 2 bedrooms, a garage, a living room, a bar area, and this backyard that I am working on now. So I put a grill area over here. Across from it is a hot tub. I put another bar connected to the hot tub as if it's like one whole like unit. I imagine they do entertain out here a lot when they do have company anyway. And if the parents aren't out here entertaining, then you best believe their son is. He probably has a lot of friends that always come over, spend the night, do whatever. He probably has girls, all the whole nine, because his parents are never home. They're always doing something. His dad's always at a conference. His mom is always in space. So it's just like, you know. And, you know, being an astronaut, if you know anything about being an astronaut or know anything from watching movies about astronauts, whenever they go on a quest or a mission or a assignment or whatever you want to call it, they're not just gone for like 2 weeks. It's like years. So his mom probably is not around a lot. But yeah, so this little cubby over here is just another little outside area. It's off of the kitchen. And there's also a balcony off of the parents' room. That's where the stairs that you're seeing right here leads up to a balcony that is off of the parents' room. So the parents can get to this little entertaining space from their room, or anyone that's in the house can get to it from the kitchen. There's not much out there, just a table and a seating area. This is that open space or open patio space at the front of the house. So I do put this snowy escape picnic table. Then I'm using these university like benches to just line this whole side. And yeah, there you go, guys. That's the build. The screenshots are rolling. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll always respond to your comments. And please hit that notification bell. That way you know exactly when I post my next video, exactly when I post it, and I will see you all then. Don't forget to submit your nasty builds to Simply Salvaged on the gallery, and I will possibly renovate your build in a future video. Thanks, guys. Bye.